Yep. And we're gonna load our last save. Because we're going to Dresden, I believe? No. Maybe? Maybe. I don't remember. Um, I know that we are very close to finishing Act 5. We have 2 dungeons left. And I think that's it. I think. I'm a bit concerned if I'm gonna be reaching level 8 on military. Oh yeah. Oh, I know. City in the wasteland, huh? Yeah, I have to finish this. And then we're coming back home. Now I remember. Let me see which decrees I'm working on. So, good. It's gonna take me a day for military. Recruiters, pet, a dragon. I have 2 under development right now, which is logistics, which I've done a long time ago, and then a military. You can see I have more points in logistics already. It doesn't show the next rank because I haven't really actually leveled it up. But thankfully we're gonna be getting the last level on them soon. Soon, before the game ends. Okay. Do I need to rest to do this? Why do I have Curse of Weakness on him? Oh, yikes. Oh no. Wait, is it a row? No. Okay. Well, at least that. Let's rest. The problem is, if it was a roll, then I would get in, and then I would clear this up. Because usually when you have a curse or something like that, you have to keep rolling for the damage. So this is fixed, which is good, at least. Can get rid of this later. Let's camp. Oh yeah, I can't make scrolls here, I think. Yeah, I can't make them. Need to put Ember to know how to make some scrolls, I think. While we are outside. We can only make all these high level scrolls when we are in the city. All right. No problem. No problem. Let's just do it. Ember's looking like me, mumbling stuff. Usually do that a lot. I lost a milk jug. It's okay. Ooh, I got a scroll of mage armor. Very nice. Saving. And let's see what city in the Wasteland has for us. Okay. Alright. Okay. That predict. It is a warm, sunny day in the Wound. Perhaps too warm and sunny. The Circorian wastelands are roasting in the heat of the purple, shimmering sun. Even demonic plants are unable to survive here. They suffocate in the red dust of the plains. A hot wind sweeps across the wastelands, leaving the commander with the taste of ash and sulfur in her mouth. The commander can see for miles around in every direction. If there were any enemies nearby, they would not be able to sneak up on her unnoticed. However, it does not look like anyone has survived the excruciating heat in the Wound. The only sign of life is the sound of insects buzzing nearby. Oh no, not insects, no. Their chittering noises sounds like a harsh, rasping laughter. The heat causes the air to shimmer slightly, and through the haze, the commander notices the wall of a city rising up in a short distance from the road. Is this a lost Sarkorian city? A demonic trap? Or just a trick of the mind? I see you, Darkest Dungeon. The walls look real, but perhaps they're only a mirage. The commander realizes that it is impossible to tell from this distance, so she decides to explore the mysterious city. Let's go. The walls are partially buried in the red sand, and as the commander draws closer, she realizes that this is not a city, but the sun-bleached remains of a Sarkorian settlement. Buzzing grows louder, and the commander can see Vescavors perched on the stone slabs as they bask in the sun. Oh, not Vescavors, please, no. The husks of their dead kin crunch beneath the commander's feet with every step. She notices rotten wood pillars covered in faded Sarkorian runes. The tops of the pillars have been gnawed into sharp points, making them look like wooden stakes. The highest of these pillars seems to be a signpost in the middle of what used to be a busy crossroad. The passage of time has worn away all but 3 words on the signpost: square, marketplace, and gem. The commander decides to search for the Vescavor Queen. Please. Aygan examines the houses closely. It looks like a battle took place here. The walls of the houses have been damaged or destroyed, and all that is left is of the roofs of a few All that is left is the roofs of a few wooden beams. When the commander turns her attention to the insects, she notices that all the Vescavors seem to be flying in a single direction, toward the city square. Do you have anyone with Knowledge World? I don't think I do. I think this is very, very risky. I can try. It's not gonna kill me. I failed, of course. Of course Hila failed. She rolled a 4. It's fine. It is fine. Oh, wait. Which way did we have to go? Oh no, I forgot. Square? I think so. Maybe not. Yikes. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe. Maybe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I forgot. Maybe it was the marketplace. Okay, let's try this one first. Whoa, I succeeded it. Okay. Okay, I'll take that. Sure. Sela looks around and recognizes the surrounding streets. She has seen them depicted on some ancient maps. The drawing on the walls depict horses and herds of sheep, offering further confirmation of the commander's theory. This is Domora, a city of herdsmen that was lost a long time ago. The commander recognizes the majestic temple of Gosreth that towers over the other buildings. This temple used to be a local landmark and attracted countless pilgrims. The underground aqueducts built under the temple supplied the city with drinking water sourced from a lake that has long since dried up. The commander is sure that this is Domora, but its appearance here is inexplicable. The city of Domora was located far away, on the western border of ancient Sarkoris. However, there are many strange phenomena and anomalies in the world wound. This must simply be one of them. Okay, now we can rock this one. Wait, I was right. All the Vescavor seems to be flying toward the city square. So do I want to go there? Do I do not want to go there? Huh. Maybe I do. Maybe I want to find the queen. Yeah. Maybe I don't. Let's go to the marketplace. As the commander moves further into the city, she hears a hum of voices and the sounds of conversation coming from the marketplace. It seems the city is still inhabited. The commander heads towards the market square and sees creatures of all races trading with one another. Demons and other creatures scurry around between the stalls in the sun-baked square. The hot wind carries with it a foul stench of rotting flesh. As the commander gets closer, she realizes that the customers and vendors are only pretending to trade. They move around aimlessly, occasionally shouting out incomprehensible nonsense. Many of them are missing limbs, and a few are even headless. So it is the Vescavors. Okay, I got it. They pick up pieces of rotting flesh from stalls piled high with body parts. Some of them try to attach these putrid limbs to their bodies, while others stuff the rancid flesh in their mouths. Horses with lolling tongues roam through the crowd. A headless crusader staggers towards the commander. One of his hands is missing and a stick has been shoved in its place. He holds out a basket of rotten apples. A buzzing voice from the empty hole in his breastplate utters the words, "Marketplace, buy, move along." The commander decides to turn around and go back. Oh. I can't go? Wait. Let's go to the gem street. Oh, I can't go back to the square? Interesting. Gem Street was once full of gambling dens, brothels, and seedy taverns. Now, all that remains are empty buildings and open doors that lead down into darkness. However, this does not seem to bother the local residents. Creatures of all different races stand beneath the remaining street signs. They sway from side to side and occasionally shout things out as though they are trying to lure in customers. There are some demons scattered among them, but they do not seem interested in attacking. A diverse crowd of customers stagger through the street. Every once in a while, one of them will walk into a ruined building, stand amidst the rubble for several minutes, and then rejoin the activity outside. A demon with his jaw torn off approaches the commander. A buzzing voice speaks in a single word through the hole in his skull. Pleasures. The commander decides to turn around and try to go to the city square. I can't? What? Let's leave the city. Let's go to the square. Wait. I'm gonna save so I don't miss those checks. Let's explore and go to the square. Okay. The winding street that leads to the square is lined with partially destroyed houses. Many of them only have 3 walls, and those are nothing more than piles of rubble. The commander notices more and more Vescavors flying around, and the air is filled with strange, acrid smell. The square is completely empty, but the doors of Gosrev's temple swing open. A woman emerges through them and begins to limp towards the commander. She is stripped to the waist, and it looks as though insects are squirming beneath her skin. Livor mortis has discolored her withered, shriveled flesh, turning it into a blotchy purple color. Yikes. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words come out in a low buzz that is neither masculine nor feminine. Vesborvezor welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. The woman falls silent and then collapses on the ground. A small swarm of Vescavor flies out of her motionless corpse. The insects hover near the commander as if waiting for her to follow them. the commander decides to follow them. Oh god, here we go. The swarm flies through the air, unhindered by the obstacles on the ground. The commander has to climb over debris and walk through partially collapsed buildings to follow the buzzing insects. Finally, the swarm flies down into a blissful, cool, dark hole beneath one of the walls. It does not look large enough for a person to fit through. The commander decides to... First, let's roll perception. Very easy though. Aygan feels along the sides of the wall and finds a hidden door. She presses a nearby stone, triggering a mechanism that causes the door to swing open with a creaking sound. The cool, damp air of the underground passage feels good against the commander's hot skin, but the chittering of the Vescavors becomes even more intense. Oh god, okay. This is not good. Oh, swarm. Wow. That ought to be interesting. The commander finds herself in a labyrinth of underground passages. These are obviously not natural caverns, although the stonework of the underground archaeoduct, quite a rarity for Sarkoris, is almost completely hidden under a layer of swarming Vescavors. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor squirm and move like the boughs of a living creature. The insects block all the passages except for one, and this passage is growing smaller by the minute, prompting the commander to move faster. The passage ends abruptly, and the commander finds herself staring down into a huge well. The passage is dimly lit, but the bottom of the well is lost in impenetrable darkness. This could be the area beneath the water tower, but it is impossible to know for sure without a map of the city's underground passages. The well is filled with the sound of buzzing Vescavors, and the commander can smell their sweet scent wafting up from the darkness. The smell reminds her of the sweet caramel sold at Canabra's city festival. Memories of that day come floating back. For a moment, the commander feels as though she is back in the town square. As if in the answer to her thoughts, the giant figure of the Skari rises up from the depths of the well. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt pierces the demon lord, and the figure dissipates into thousands of swarming Vescavors. Both the Skari and the boat were formed out of insects. More scenes flash before the commander's eyes. Ash and smoke fill the skies during the battle for Drazen, leaving a sour taste on the commander's tongue. Both familiar and unfamiliar people and places appear for a moment, and then vanish. It is as if some unknown creature is trying to see into the commander's mind and access her memories. Yet, the creature seems tentative and cautious, almost as if it's seeking the commander's permission. She decides that it's time to... Let's try allowing it first. Okay. She allows the swarm to enter her mind, and suddenly has a vision that feels so real it's almost like a memory. The commander is standing in Dresden, or is it Ganabris? Or maybe even Erosian. In the vision, she is watching the sunset over the city of Dresden, or Canabris, or Nerozin. A priest of some unknown deity approaches the commander. The priest, the commander isn't sure if it's a man or a woman, has no face. There is only a mouth where the face should be, and when the mouth speaks, its words sound like a buzzing of 1,000 of insects. We are Verbovizor. Verbovizor has heard about the one who defeated the mighty demon lords. It harbors a special hatred towards the Skari and would like to know more about his weakness. It wishes to fight this demon lord and defeat him. Ooh, okay. Let's ask who Verbovizor is and where is it from. The answer does not come immediately. Then, the commander sees the purple skies of the abyss cover the city of Dresden. Or is it Canabris? Or Nerosian? Verbovezor has spent years gnawing the flesh of fallen demon lords, but now a man from the Mora, the city of great herds, has summoned it to fight the barbarians, a pathetic bunch of mortal thugs. Verbovezor crawls up from the depths, and when the mortal fool opens the way into Galarian, Verbovezor flies up and devours the city it was summoned to defend. It leaves behind a hollow shell, a city of empty streets and silent buildings. The city walls will lure passing travelers into a deadly trap. But silence is not what the swarm craves. There is no life, no thoughts in the silence. Verbovezor wants to understand everything. It wants to comprehend the Galarian, to make it a part of itself. It wants to become Galarian, just as it has become this city. It wants to incorporate all of Galarian's essence, all of its life, into itself. But there are some obstacles. There are those who wish to plunge Galarian into oblivion. Verbovezor hates the Skari, it hates Baphomet. They must be destroyed. In the commander's vision, the sound of cicadas fills the air as the sun sinks below the horizon. They grow louder and more impatient, echoing the noise of the agitated Vescavors in the well. The commander tries to focus and tells Verbovezor everything about her encounters with the Skari, Baphomet, and their servants. Ooh! Okay. I could have bluffed. Day passes into night, and then night becomes day. Verbovezor thanks the commander politely for telling the truth, and promises to help the commander in battle if she continues to be a good ally. Verbovezor assures the commander that it will remember her scent and come when needed. The commander chooses to... Oh wow, it's an evil deed to accept the swarm's help. I see. Well, I'm gonna reject it and restart this over. I can just burn the place to the ground. Wow. Okay, I want to try the bluff option. I have to. I have to. I'm sorry, I have to. I can always go back and say no again. Okay. I can bluff. Agrees to tell Verbovezor about her encounters with the Skari and their servants, but keeps some of the key details secret. Nice. So then we get the same, absolutely the same thing. And it's an evil deed to accept the swarm's help. Okay. Okay, let's see. What can I do? I mean, I would love to be evil. I would love to be evil. I would love it. People and their puritanical hang-ups. I know, right? How you doing, The Alchemist? You're usually lurking. So it's great seeing you in chat, by the way. Hello. You're good? Great. I've had a couple of weird evenings this week. First, I had no power at all, and it got back at like 1 a.m. And it's really cold here right now. You have no idea. It's super cold. And then yesterday, I got back home late because I went off. I had to buy Pokemon, so I went to the city, and it was really cold. It was like -6 and had to wait outside for a long time. So I was freezing up, and just got back home, warmed myself up, and slept through the time where I was supposed to stream. And then I just got back to sleeping. It was just too good. I could not do it. Let's see. I have a tough decision in my hands because I don't want Verbovisor to live. But... you know what? Let's go evil. Let's go evil. Let's accept. People in my party gonna hate this, by the way. But, sure, why not? If I just burn the city to the ground, they're not gonna give me any loot anyway. Sure. The swarm swells in size and gently lifts up the commander, carrying her from the depths of the well into the light. As soon as the commander touches the hard, parched earth, the swarm of insects recedes. As the commander passes by the residents of the city, they twitch and move like puppets on a string. She hears the crunch of bone, the squelch of internal organs as their bodies contort into strange and unnatural obeisance. The commander has undoubtedly gained a reliable new ally in the word wound. Yay, but not really, but yay! But, what have we done? What have we done? Scary, running out of power in the winter is dangerous. Oh yeah, but I'm very close to town. Like I have friends, places to go if I need to, and it's perfectly fine. I think something broke that shouldn't have broken, and they had to fix it immediately, because there was no power on the streets, there was no power anywhere around me. So it was fast, and I was in bed the entire time, so it was fine. I wasn't cold. It's cool. If I lived in a very, very outer region of the city, or maybe not even in the city, then I would be very concerned. It would be the first thing in my mind, was to be like, yes, please, I need places to go immediately. I'm not gonna be staying here for days. But thankfully Sweden is super cool with those. It's okay. It has never happened before. In 2 years I've been here, it has never happened before. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's go back to Dresden. Now that I just made a pact with a very, very dangerous ally, demon, whatever the hell it was. Is there a butt of a... Oh, there's a bug. There's a... Oh, why are you outside the map? Okay, alright. Butt of a horse. Let's just teleport to Dresden. Wait, let me skip the day first. Let me go through the day. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so now we have military done. Perfect. Perfect. And I have nothing else to do with military. So now we are capped on both of these. Which means I have a lot of talking to do. A lot of talking. Let's save. And let's enter the city. Whew. You know, I have to confess something. Every day I come here to play Pathfinder. I don't know which type of day I'm gonna have. If I'm gonna have one of those very tough days where I have very tough fights to do, and I'm gonna struggle, and people are gonna hate watching me doing it. Or sometimes I might have great days and then I have no one watching me. So most days I'm very, very scared of coming over, even though I love the game and I love playing it. And absolutely nothing can keep me away from streaming. I can honestly say it's a very scary thing to do. It's much scarier than just running out of power in the winter. Alright, Dordelinde. Commander, The supply situation is still critical. I'm doing all that I can to find extra rations. Several caravans are already on their way. But this is reality here and now. We can't feed our whole army. Until our shipments get here, we'll have to cut rations. Who exactly will have to tighten their belts, it's for you to decide.